Hello, World Wide Web. Wild Wolfman Weeple barking at the sheep again. Gonna start today reading a little something. Got a Father's Day card for my children. Brought tears to my eyes. Dear Dad, you always try your best to understand and help me through hard things. You relate to me when Mom can't. You try to stay calm when I goof up. I've always really appreciated that. You give me advice when I need most, and I always try to remember what you say. You have your own funny way of showing affection and your own goofy and cryptic way of saying things that makes me think about the meaning more. And I've learned many things from you because of that. Most importantly, you're not only my dad, you're also my friend. Thank you, Dad. I love you. Happy Father's Day. So I have this encryptic way of saying things. In other words, she has to think about it. I guess that's true. Don't always say it the way people understand so well. One thing I want you to understand is something I'm going to spell out here, hopefully clear enough for you to understand. Many times, Christians, we bind up packages and we stick them on people's shoulders. And we're not lifting a finger to help them. That's not a good thing. There's scriptures on that, and if you want me to, I'll share that with you. I'm sure even those of you who are not Christians understand what I'm talking about. Somebody says, do this and this and this. And they're not helping you do this, this, and this. And you're saying, what? No, that's not fair. One of those subjects where both sides, by the way, say, do this, this, and this, and don't lift a hand to help you out, is abortion. Let's go on the record here and say, I don't think abortion is correct. However, that being said, I'm also not in a position to help people carry that burden as much as I would like to. So I do not have the freedom to tell them not to have an abortion. It's just tying up a burden, sticking it on their backs. And by the way, they didn't get in the situation they were by themselves. It had to be a little cooperation from somebody else in order for them to get in that situation. You know what I mean? There was something going on there that, somebody else is to blame for as well. That being said, there's a flip side to that same coin. Flip side is, there's a lot of people out there who want to say, you need to pay taxes. And our taxes are going to go to pay for these abortions. You got to do that. You ain't got anything to say about it. And no, I'm not going to carry that burden one little bit. I'm not going to lift a finger. I am high, mighty, righteous, and you are evil. And you need to do this. I'll tell you what, those people need to pull out their checkbook, their credit cards, cash, whatever, and they need to give to that cause. They have absolutely no business talking to me. I say this because people on both sides of this argument are extremely hostile with each other. And they're both wrong. Because they're tying up burdens and sticking them on other people's shoulders. And they're not lifting a finger to help. There's a solution out there. Don't know exactly what it is, but it's not what we have here and now. I'll tell you one thing about abortions. There's a lot of people that are in this world today that wouldn't be here if our attitudes about abortion were the same way back when they were conceived. Myself included. Our dear President, Barack Obama, included. And Miss Pennsylvania, Valerie Gatto. Not sure if I'm saying her name right or not, but she had something to say about this. She was a product of rape. She's now Miss Pennsylvania. Whoa. There had to be some struggles there. I'm going to put a link down below this video. It's in a little article, and maybe a jumping place for you to start looking at that and thinking about it a little bit. Not saying don't get an abortion. I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying that's a burden I know you're carrying, and I'm not helping you. If you're standing here in front of me and I can offer you help, I might have a little more freedom, but that's not the case. So, I'm not going to criminalize you, even if the law does, because I don't have that kind of freedom. I can't be tied up with burdens and sticking them on other people's backs. Doesn't mean I haven't tried to do that in the past. Doesn't mean I haven't been a hypocrite there. I can think of one instance just recently. Trying to set up a web page for prayer requests in my local church. And I was thinking to myself, oh wow, it'd be a great idea. Get all these different churches and their prayer groups together, start sharing prayer requests with each other. And we could, get a whole lot of people praying for these things. I didn't think it through. I didn't understand what I was doing. I was a hypocrite. I didn't realize it until I was talking to the person who's the prayer leader at the church, sharing this idea, and I saw this look of, I don't know, shock, horror. And I realized at that moment, I was tying up a burden, sticking on their shoulders. And I wasn't lifting a finger to help them out. Wrong, wrong, wrong. So for me to say to you, you can't do this accidentally, incidentally, not understanding what you're doing, far from it. I know exactly how easy a thing that is to do. It happens to me. I have hypocrisy in my life. Every now and then I have a good friend who cares enough about me and is bold enough to come up and point it out to me. And I appreciate it. Other times something else happens and I see the hypocrisy myself. I have to deal with it. Maybe I deal with it good. Maybe not so good. But I deal with it. I really hope, Christian or not, that's the way you are. I think it'll be a better world if we all get rid of as much hypocrisy as we can. Well, that's pretty much it. God bless us all. Talk to you later.